C program to print multiplication table. So if the user enter n is equal to 2, then we are going to print the table of 2, that is 2 into 1 is equal to 2, 2 into 2 is equal to 4, 2 into 3 is equal to 6, and up to last 2 into 10 is equal to 20. So if user enter n, then we are going to display the multiplication table for n. So for that we are going to use here loop, for loop, while loop, or you can use do while loop also. So while main, then integer n, we require integer n, then we require variable I, and then from users we are going to enter the value of n, enter n. Okay. uh, then next we are going to enter this n %d and n, and then by using the for loop, for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, 10, I plus plus, and then we are going to print here, printf what %d n star I, n into I, and then we are going to close the main loop. So this is the simple program. By using that we are going to print the table for any given n. Suppose you enter n, then you will get the multiplication table for 5, n equal to 5, n equal to 4, and so on. So in C, I'm going to write here program. So again, include, we are going to include the header files stdio.h, then include conio.h, then void main, then we are going to declare the variables. So we require n and I. Next we are going to clear the previous output. So clear the previous output, then we are going to display the message printf enter n. Okay, n, we use this n for to print the table of given values of n. So scanf %d and n, then multiplication table, we are going to display here printf multiplication table for multiplication table for the table for n, which is equal to %d, and the n is as follows. Okay, so now equal to, so now we are going to use a for loop for I is equal to 1, then I is less than or equal to 10, I plus plus, and then printf %d and the n star I completed, and then finally get ch complete the main loop. So if you compile here, 3 errors, CLRSCR, spelling mistake. So now if you compile, 1 error, printf p should be small, and now if you compile, 0 error. Now if you run here, enter n, so if we enter here 2, the multiplication table for 2 is okay. We want a new line here, we are table is, and we want the new line here, new line. Okay, now if you run here and if you enter here n equal to 2, you will get the multiplication table for 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You can also what we are going to write here, percent %d star percent %d we are going to make a design like a table. So equal to percent %d. So for first percent %d we are going to use here 2 n, that is n, then I, and then last n star I. So for the first this percent %d, it is n, that is 2 star 1 is equal to 2, then next 2 into 2 is 4, and so on. So now if you run here, you'll get the very good design of table, like 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10, and so on. So if you enter here n is equal to 5, you will get the multiplication table for 5 is 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 5, and 50. So the next you can use while loop also. For that, make here initialization I is equal to 1, and instead of for loop, use here while I is less than or equal to 10, and increase I here, so I plus plus. Now if you compile, okay, statement missing semicolon, I equal to 1, here we miss the semicolon. Now if we run here again and if you enter here 4, you will get the multiplication table for 4, and here we have used while loop. Okay, so this is all about the multiplication table. C program to find a multiplication table for given values of n. Okay, if we run one more times, if we enter here 7, you will get the multiplication table for 7. So hope you understood this.